morning, friends. This is Jelly Bean. Stay tuned because Morning Inspiration with Friends is about to start. Grab your coffee or tea and tune in as my mommy inspires you. I'm going back to sleep, but you enjoy the message.
Well, good morning and Happy New Year. We are back. Yes, we are back. It is 2026. Last time you saw me, it was 2025. But we are back, and I am so excited to be here with you. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you're excited about this year. I hope you already started going after everything that you want, because before we know it, it'll be December of 2026, okay? So we got to capitalize and maximize every single day, and that includes maximizing rest as well. So when you need that rest, you gotta make sure y'all get that rest. All right. Now I will be transparent. I am leaning towards shortening the number of days Morning Inspiration with Friends airs live. I am in the midst of speaking to God about it, but yeah, we'll definitely just understand if it is reduced down, we'll probably reduce down to 3 days live and not 5 days live. So it just might be little small tweaks that I just wanted to mention. So today I want to talk about something that I saw yesterday. I feel like it's old, and I'm not being shady. I feel like it's old because the video clip that I saw, it was from Drink Champs. It's a podcast, and Nori had no hair. So if you know now, Nori does have hair, and this was when he was still bald. So this was definitely an old podcast clip, but it was a good clip. And it had the singer Tank. He was on there. Tank, I don't know if you know, Baby I Deserve. He's definitely he's a songwriter. The boy can write everything. And he was just talking about one particular artist. I won't name the artist. And the artist, and he had said to the guy, he had said to Nori, he's telling him what's going on. And then Nori's trying to like change the narrative of the story, which was so annoying. But he basically was like, oh, so you're trying to say like people are intimidated by you? And he was like, yeah, people are actually intimidated by me. And they need to be intimidated by Tank. Like Tank is one of those people, and I can say this because my mentor is his publicist. So I know a little bit more as far as like mindset, she shares, not like overly, but there are certain things that you can just tell. Like he doesn't care about everyone knowing his name. He cares about making his money, and he knows how to make his money. And so he said something that was a gem. He was like, yeah, a lot of people think because they don't hear my voice on the radio that they don't hear my music, because you hear my music. And again, he's a songwriter. He's a producer. He still writes. He still produces, for Chris Brown, Usher. Like he does his thing. And so it made me think about it. Like so many people feel like success has to be loud, right? Success has to be loud. Everyone has to know you. And if everyone knows you, then you're successful. But you have a lot of people who are just about impact. I just want to impact the world. I don't care if 1 million people know me, but if I can impact 10 people's lives, then they feel like they have done something. And I want a lot of us to kind of get into that mindset. One of my goals for 2026 is to have a business that is not a part of my identity, a business that no one knows that I'm even running or operating or that I even own. And you're probably like, well, why would you want that? Because sometimes it's those silent things that's going to make you the most success. There's going to be so many, and I remember that concept. I heard that concept years ago, probably like 2015, things like that, where I was just like, someone has said, the best kind of business to get is one that you are not emotionally attached to. The best kind of business that you can have is one that you are not emotionally attached to. And I was really confused by that, because at that time, that's when everyone was talking about purpose and find your purpose. And here was this one person saying, get you that one boring business that can run. Once you set it up, it can run, it can be self-sufficient, and you don't really have to do as much work besides check in and, make sure that the people that you hire to run websites and ads and things of that nature, that they're actually doing the work. But it's not a part of your brand. It's not a part of your identity. no one knew that this person had that. And they was talking about businesses like, I live in Oklahoma now. I don't know where you guys live. I know we have some people. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button while you are here. But I live in Oklahoma, and they have ice stations where you can go and take a bucket, take a bag, and you can just fill up on ice, and you're only paying like $2, if even that. And so I looked into that business model, and that's one they call it. It's a boring business, right? It's not fun. It's not exciting. Good morning. It's not something that everybody is like, oh my gosh, like you're doing this great thing. It's a very slow business. And it runs on its own. I personally have never seen like a person there helping you to operate. They have the instructions, and if it's not working, it's not working, and then you just got to go to another location. And then when you come back another day or two, it's working again, right? So it's not something that's like attached to who you are. I'm Miss Inspiration. I'm an inspirational speaker. That would not be a part of who I am, identifying myself. Oh yeah, I'm also the person who owns the ice stations around town. So sometimes people are going to look at that and be like, man, you're not doing anything. Like, you just out here, man, you ain't got no money. Meanwhile, you have a whole successful business behind you that is generating income. And just because it's not something that's loud and exciting, some people are going to try to estimate that and try to believe that you're not successful and that you're not blessed. But this is why I say, like, you have to just keep going out there and doing what you want to do and do what you got to do. That's why I said, when I heard Tank say that, yes, they're not playing him on Power 105, right? He's not on the Breakfast Club. However, his music is. Anyone that he writes for and it becomes a hit, we hear his music. So his success is very loud. It's just not loud in the sense of the artist, but in the background, when you get those credits, back in the days, we used to get the CDs and we had the CD booklets. You can go to the credits and see who was the writer, who was the producer. So when you started realizing, oh snap, so-and-so, are they wrote on this song? We don't even know, because all we're focused on is the person who's standing on the stage, the person whose name is in lights. And that's fine, because that person, we want them to get the credit. But we can't forget about the people that are in the background who are also doing the amazing things, and they're also getting paid. Like, we can't deny that. Morning, London. I am doing well. I'm sorry, I'm focused on a message. Right. So people are going to judge what they cannot see. They're going to judge you based off of what they cannot see, because they're only judging you on what they can see. So if they feel like they can't see it, they're going to be like, oh, you're not doing anything. And there's a lot of art. As far as music, I have a music background. I used to intern at some major record labels. I wanted to be a publicist when I was in college. So I know a lot about the music industry, and I still have connections with it. So people are going to equate success as far as music with how much time are you on the radio, or are you visible? Are you going to the major concerts? Are you going to be at the Met Gala? Right? They're looking for those types of moments. Whereas someone like Tank is like, nah, I'm looking at the royalties. I'm looking at who owns the masters. I'm looking at how consistent can I get these checks. I want the quiet checks. And I'm like, Tank, I want the quiet checks, because the quiet checks is going to typically equal to longevity. So I want longevity. I don't want the quick. I don't want the right now. I don't want to get the sell 100 for $5 and I just made $500. I want to figure out how I can make $500 in my sleep every single month, not just a one-time thing, right? Quiet doesn't mean that you're bitter, and it often just means that you are more strategic. Some people are really sitting back playing the quiet game. They're really, really showing people, look, this is where the money is at. Right? And so people are going to look and be like, oh, you're trying to tell me not to go on tour because it's going to wear me down. It's going to tear me down, and you're saying, oh, I should just go be a songwriter. And it's like, no, I'm not saying that. Right? People want Chris Brown to go on tour again. I feel like this might be the year Chris might need to want to sit down. But I do know that he's about to come out with another album. So I'm like, either he's going to go on tour in 26, or he's going to probably pause, put the music out, and then come back in 27. I feel like if I was his strategist, that's what I would actually do. Right? Thank you. I love my gap too. Right? So I want people to understand that So it's like he's just trying to help people. He's talking about Tank. He's just trying to help artists and just people in general. What is the thing that you can really work on that's going to bring success to you, but it's not going to be loud. It's not going to be something that you have to put 20, 50 hours in or 20, 50 days in. You know what I'm saying? Going on tour is not an easy thing. I look at those tour schedules and I'm just like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Because it's like you really have to put that time in, right? And don't let other people's perception talk you out of your path. There's going to be a lot of people who don't understand your lane, right? And it doesn't mean that you're the one in the wrong. They just don't understand it. They're going to doubt the calling. They're going to doubt it because, again, they don't see anything. You're not bragging about anything. You're not on billboards. You're not on TV. You're not on social media. It's something that they are probably interested in. They probably even purchase something from your business, but because you're building so quietly and you're just sitting back chilling. So now they're going to look at you and be like, man, you ain't doing nothing with your life. And you're just like, I'm doing good over here. And you might want to share with them. But now we're getting into a season where we're starting to realize we can't share with everybody because everyone is not happy for you. And I know in the passive income world, a lot of people are not happy for people because they're like, Dad, so you're making money and you didn't have to go work for that? They don't understand that. So we're always going to have this kind of argument and debate because we're always going to have people who are in this world who don't understand. And they don't want to take the time to understand. See, I like to hang out with people that want to understand, that want to learn, that want to get some type of clarity. They want a new vision. They want a new blueprint to kind of explore, even if they don't take action on that blueprint, but then they now can explore it within it. And if you can explore within that new reality, it's going to help you in the long run, right? So, like I said, I want us to really, really think about this. Your path only has to make sense to you and to God, especially if God is giving you the vision. God gives us the vision, and if He's creating that path for you, even if it doesn't sound like anyone else's, even if everyone else out there is doing something totally different, even if their success is super loud, if you are successful, you don't have to prove anything. I want you to remember some of the most successful people that you know don't look like how you expect them to look. They're not loud. They're not everywhere. But they are secure, they're sustained, and they're supported by the people and the work that they have already done. So I don't need you to abandon your path because someone else can't recognize it. That's not where we're going to go. That's not how we're going to do this. Don't abandon it. You stay on that path. You get the full vision. And if you fully want impact, and you know that everything that God is calling you to do is going to impact one person, then continue to do that. It makes no sense being known by millions of people and no one is being impacted in a positive way. It just makes no sense. So I want to end there because, like I said, I think so often we lose vision, we lose sight of where we're going. And we look at what everyone else is doing, and we're comparing to what everyone else is doing. Oh my gosh, they're so successful. They are successful, and we love that for them. But you can't underestimate who you are just because someone else can't see that vision. So I'm gonna stop here because y'all know I can always go deep and go further, but we're gonna learn how to take small bites, right? And take some time. Come back, replay this message because sometimes you need to listen to something more than once in order for it to really stick and make sense. Okay? So I'll be back here tomorrow. We're not making any changes in the schedule yet, but I'll be back here tomorrow. So as always, I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. Follow me on Instagram at Tanisha Shanae. Follow me on TikTok, Miss Inspiration 25. I didn't put down my links, but I will put down a link in my comments, and you can check me out as far as what's coming up for 2026. We have some more Google Workspace courses coming up. I have one that's scheduled for February. I probably will do one for Microsoft Office as well, because I can't really forget my true foundation. But yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow. But check that comment and share this message with someone. Have a great one. Be well and be blessed.
Wow, Tanisha, that was a powerful message. I hope everyone was blessed by today's message. Listen, if you are not tuned in, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Meet us for morning inspiration with friends every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. ish CT time. See you next time, friend.